Aries. Okay, so I'm doing the sun sign of Aries for the month of August 2019. I already prayed over the cards and I did my meditation and prayer asking for divine and angelic assistance through this reading. And we're just going to get started. Okay, I did a Celtic cross spread and I have everything laid out. I did my moon cards. I did my gold and silver winged angel cards with the key card. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of my dream cards, okay, because I was led to do that. All right, so we're gonna start. So the overall, hold on, I gotta put my crystals up so my messages can flow through smoothly. Oh, and then I want to feel, before I start, I took down some notes on what I was picking up when I was meditating to get into your energy. Okay, so the message is it felt like things were up in flames over like the past few months. Like everything was up in flames. Now what's happening now, that the fog is starting to clear. That's the general message, okay? So, and it's going to clear by you mastering your own willpower so that you can have victory in your situation. So it's overcoming inner conflict so you can gain control that way. So I think what it is with Aries, you guys are always trying to, like, you know, y'all have like a dominant side of y'all, dominant trait, and you want to kind of control situations to make sure stuff is working just the way you feel it should be working. But Spirit is wanting you to go inwards and kind of control some of your emotions and feelings towards a situation, like controlling your willpower. That's what they want you to control. So the overall energy is the Chariot, okay? Just look at that right quick. So normally it's like you're trying to make a decision about something, but in your case, I think you're trying to overcome your internal conflict. You're trying to master your own emotions to feel different and better about a situation. Now let me just look at the cards some more to get more clear understanding. Okay, so Aries, I mean, you're a king or a queen in your own rights, okay? You always feel like you sit on your throne, and you know what I'm saying, you rise above situations. You feel like you're at this level, you know what I'm saying, you're at a high level. You hold yourself in high esteem, which is great. But it seems like deep from within, some healing needs to go on with you, okay, to make you feel more clear about where you're at right now and why you have been through what it is you've been through, whatever the fire was. And you know, we need to understand that, okay? Chariot, that's you. This is you. This overall energy of this reading, okay? So everything's up in flames. Now the smoke is finally starting to clear. All right, so the card that represents you is Death, and it's reverse. Okay, so the Death card, I'm turning upside right. Let me just look at it. So we know the Death card represents ending one phase. So it's like a transitionary phase that you're going through, and you're going through it, but you guys are having a hard time with it. It's different and it's new, and okay, in this card I see the color purple, and that has to do with activation of your third eye and your crown chakra, because I got the white in there too. Look, can you see the purple, like the purple ribbon? I think this transition is changing how you view life and how you view situations, okay? I think before you view things like on a surface level and you took things for face value for what they were, but now you're starting to realize it's a deeper level to life, you know what I'm saying? It's a deeper meaning, a different meaning than what you originally thought, and you're starting to come to terms with that, okay? I mean, it's still reversed because it's still kind of for you, because, you know, I don't believe this type of stuff. Some people, like, they don't believe in anything that's not what they can see with their own two eyes, okay? But it is more, you know what I'm saying? Your soul is evolving, is what's happening, okay? And as it's happening, again, with the purple and the blue, it's like you conflict, your thoughts and your intuition is conflicting. You know what I'm saying? You coming into your spiritual ability, like we all have that gift. You know what I'm saying? We got the blue for your thought process, and then we got the purple for your spiritual wisdom. And it's coming in, it's crossing that Death card. So as this transition is happening, it's like it feels chaotic, because you're like, oh my God, what's happening? What is this? It's another layer to life, to this world, to who I am, to who other people are, to what our purpose is. So that's where you're at, okay? Okay, at the foundation of that, Page of Swords, which I think because of this new awakening that you're having, spiritual, which I'll call the spiritual awakening, you're starting to be, again, with the purples, look at the purple and the blue, your communication is kind of off now. You know what I'm saying? You're not as clear and concise with information, and communicating to people is not clear cut. You can't just say, oh yeah, this happened because XYZ, or the reason why this is this way because XYZ. No, it's deeper meanings. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a general response to every situation based on whatever the circumstances are or whatever the symptoms are. You're starting to realize there's more to this situation. Okay, so you're trying to put your thought process in the background. You're trying to let your intuition come up through you, but it's still conflicting. You still your higher self and your shadow self are kind of fighting, like trying to integrate. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to like bring together the higher self and the shadow self, making it a duality where you can use your knowledge and your wisdom, your education, along with your spiritual guidance. Okay, and that transition is it feels weird for you. It's different. Okay, so then the path, you have the moon card. I'm going to show you, it's reversed. Okay, that's the moon card reversed. Can you see that? Okay, this is how the moon card looks upright. Now, I'm going to have to pull the card back so I can look at it, okay? So first I'm looking at it upright to see the moon. So when we look at the moon card, we're dealing with your emotions. So again, like you said, you're going through this transition. You're going through a transitionary phase right now. You're transforming, where you're starting to integrate your higher self and your shadow self, your knowledge and your wisdoms. Knowledge and wisdom integration. Oh, write that down. Knowledge might be the name of this video. And wisdom integration. Sorry. Anyway, so the moon card, you don't see a person in this card. You see like the mechanics, like you see like a wheel, like look like a clock, something in there. So and then you see like the moon above. So you see animals at the bottom, like the two wolves are like howling to the moon, right? Okay, now I'm gonna flip it up, because when I flip it upside down, I see different meanings. So your world feel like it's turned upside down because you're starting to tap into this emotional, spiritual side of yourself. It should be where you, the moon is above you, and then they got the mechanical, technical part below. Your mechanical, technical part is above, and the moon is below. So it's saying that you're more like mind over, like logic and knowledge over spirituality and like the wisdom. Okay. That's where you at. You still trying to, is this uncertainty and a confusion in this area. Okay, so you just kind of like confused. In the past, you were confused about the nature of spirituality and how it fit into your world, how it fit with you. Okay, that's where you were. Okay, then you have this, your present is you, the Queen of Cups. So now you're starting to integrate some things, and you got the Queen of Cups, and she's, emotionally, she has it more together, where she's, in the back, you see like a storm kind of is there. In the back, you basically see the fog dissipating. You see these clouds with like dark clouds, and you see like the sunlight is about to come out. So you're starting to gain a little clarity about the spiritual wisdom that you're starting to tap into, okay? So you get more balance with your emotions. That's what's happening here. So that's your present situation, okay? Okay, your future, you have the Justice card, and it's reversed. Okay, I'm going to show you the card. I'm going to flip it over. This is how it looks when it's not reversed. Okay? Let me look at the card to read it. Okay, so I'm reversing it again so I can look at it. When you become balanced between your logical thinking side and your higher self spiritual side, you will feel happier. You will feel happier. You'll feel that things are starting to make sense. Like you're going to almost like review your life and understand why things happen the way they happen, okay? You're going to come into a deeper understanding of where you've been, why you've been there, and where you're, and the reason why you're where you're at now, okay? Yep, things are going to feel more balanced, and it's going to make you feel happier when you reach this point. That's coming up soon. Okay, so yourself, you're the King of Cups. So emotionally, you're getting it together. Emotionally, you're getting it together. You're the king sitting on your throne. Happiness is within reach, but the way you felt that, okay, what you thought would make you happy in the past is not actually what's making you happy. It's having like a balance in your life is what's going to bring you fulfillment and joy. Okay, let me just look at this whole spread. Okay, yeah. The thing that you thought would bring you happiness has changed. That's where that death comes from. The thing that you thought it was that would make you feel happy is no longer. You realize it's your emotional stability. In order to be emotionally stable, you need to tap into your higher self and your spirituality, okay? Your environment. You've been counting to yourself. You got the Hermit card. You've been counting to yourself and kind of trying to understand what's happening. And that's good. When you stop being around so many people and you get quiet and focus on you can pray and ask for assistance to try to figure out why things are the way they are in the universe. And you can you just have clear knowing of things. Just be still, and then you can understand why it's happening. So you just be kind of taking things down some notches, just kind of chilling, hanging back, and just trying to get clarity on where you at. And you're doing a good job at it too, because you're feeling more emotionally balanced than you have in a long time. Okay. Your hopes and fears is, well, you're still feeling conflicted about this transition. You're still feeling conflicted. You have the Five of Wands. You're still feeling somewhat conflicted about this change, this ending of one cycle, this death of a way of thinking, a way of being, a way of feeling, a way of creating in the past. Now you're changing it up, and you're feeling conflicted about it because your knowledge is your mind, your brain is trying to work overtime to try to make sense of the spiritual nature that you're tapping into. Okay, but just relax your brain. Just let guidance flow through you from the divine. Okay. And then so your overall outcome is you got the Ten of Cups. So you're going to have an excellent outcome. You're going to have your happily ever after ending, just maybe not in the way that you thought that you would have it. Maybe not exactly how you thought it would be, but you're going to get it, and it's going to be much more fulfilling than you really ever imagined. Okay? That makes sense? Okay, so then what I did was I pulled some moon cards. So it says conclusions are within reach. Okay, conclusions are within reach. So this ending of the cycle, the fire happened, burned down some things that was not working for you, and it was real smoky for a while. It made you feel hazy and not understand what's going on. That's kind of what you had now, but the smoke is finally clearing. Okay, so you're gonna this is a time now of healing. So now as the smoke clears, you're gonna heal, and you're gonna be able to proceed forward. You're going to be bold and make the first move. So you're going to start changing your way that you view things and you do things, but in a good way. You know what I'm saying? A way that resonates more with who you are, if that makes sense, okay? Again, we said your third eye is opening up. We saw a lot of purple. Third eye for clairvoyance. So maybe hearing divine guidance, maybe just having a knowing, that part of you is opening up. I mean, it's really strong. I mean, your whole spread is just talking about opening up to spirituality. It's coming in hard and fast for you, okay? It's a transformation that's going on. So as you transform, look at that green, that reminds me of healing, Archangel Raphael. You have to heal from your past and heal from what you thought was one way, but is no longer, You're waking up. I call it like unplugging from the matrix. You're unplugging from the matrix and you're seeing things for what they are. The illusion was what society tell you. You stay plugged in. But then when you unplug and start tapping into your spiritual ability, you see the truth behind people and situations, and then you can be more on track on what it is that you're supposed to be doing this lifetime. And that's what's truly satisfying. That's what's truly fulfilling to you, okay? Whether it's a social cause that you're involved in, whether it's opening your own business, a nonprofit, some kind of organization to help people. You know what I'm saying? The thing that you thought you wanted, like, okay, I'm gonna give an example, and it's just an example, okay? Some people might think, I just want to make a lot of money so I can be a billionaire and be living life and just enjoying chilling on my yacht, drinking margaritas, drinking wine, just relaxing. That might be a goal that maybe you had, right? But then as you start to transform and realize who you really were, your goals started to move around and adjust to who you basically have become now. And when you open up your third eye, when you tap into spirituality, you realize this life is not about what I thought it was. It's not about having all this money and just being rich and that's going to make me happy. Money really can't buy happiness. It's about doing the things that's near and dear to your heart. Okay, so whatever cause that you want to get involved in, some kind of organizations that help, maybe volunteer, something like that. You realize and you're getting a lot of, like, what's the word? You're getting a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment in doing those things. The things that you never really saw yourself doing, but now it's starting to happen. It's naturally happening, okay? So you're becoming very insightful about this who you are now and what it is you're supposed to be doing this lifetime. And with this, you got this card for boundaries and cautions, okay? And I actually want to read that card for you. But again, what I want you to pay attention to is the green, and that's the healing. So Archangel Raphael. So as you go through this time, it's like, I feel like you putting boundaries on yourself. Like, oh, no, I don't know why I'm feeling this way. I must be crazy. That's not true. No, you just discovered the truth about who you are. But you're nervous about exploring this path, but don't be, because you're right where you should be. God don't bring anything to you that you can't handle. Look, you can see a little person in the background. You see that? They're green. It's like a light green, and they're looking behind that little leafy tree thing, and it's like, oh, I want to come out and be who I'm supposed to be, but I'm not sure. That's you. You're very cautious. Very cautious about moving through this time, okay? That's you. You're feeling very cautious, and I guess that's normal, but just try to embrace it and try to enjoy it, and try not to question it so much. Try not to dissect it. Just let it be. Let the energy flow through you, and let the messages come to you as you transition and you transform, okay? So Nettle, boundaries and caution. This card is warning you to maintain your boundaries. There's a situation that needs to be approached with caution and respect. Heed the red flags. Be gentle with yourself and take care to protect yourself. Nettle's a plant of maternal and metaphysical protection that encourages adaptability and flexibility. Oh, okay, that's what this means for you, being adaptable and flexible as you go through this process, okay? The herb helps shield you from harmful energy, so don't worry about this being a negative experience. You're protected from any kind of negativity. So the messages you are receiving as you transform are from source, from the highest source ever, from God, okay? It provides deep nourishment, teaches healthy boundaries, and keeps away negativity and danger, okay? So nettle, too, is like I think it's a tea. So if you want to drink nettle tea to help you through this time, that might be a good thing. But it's associated with Archangel Raphael, like we said, for healing as you go through this time. It says consider drinking nettle tea for blood health and stimulate nourishment. So yes, it is a tea. So go get some nettle tea from the health food store. Maybe that'll help you through this time. So basically it's saying you need to be more flexible and adaptable in this current environment. So as these changes are coming about, and I don't know, maybe it's changes going on in your household or something with your job, but just know that these changes are divinely orchestrated. So it's not like, oh my God, what's going to happen if I leave this job or I lose this job? What's going to happen if I leave my spouse? I'm not going to feel stable. That's, you know what I'm saying? No, everything is divinely guided. Everything is happening where it should happen. So don't worry about the negative ramification of this change. There's no negatives. It's all positive. It's all like growth for you. Okay, now for my silver winged angel cards, which is your emotional state, you got use moon power and intuitive skill. So as you go through this process, instead of worrying, pay attention to the moon cycles and the different phases, because in the moon cycles it's like a lot of changes that happens through the cycles of the moon, okay? And certain cycles represent certain phases in your life, like how you may be feeling on an emotional level. So Google that, the moon cycles and how it affects you on an emotional, spiritual level, okay? So pay attention to that. So sometimes if you're feeling out of sorts, try to, just Google that, okay? So study the wisdom of the stars. Maybe you're into astrology, watching astrology, listening to astrology. So start studying the wisdom of the stars. It'll help you. Maybe that's the way you could tap more into your spiritual nature. But as you do this, you're going to see your issues more clearly. So whatever it is that you're stressing about, that you're worried about, as you tune into your intuition, as you use the power of the moon and tap into the wisdom of the stars, you're going to be able to see the situation more clearly, okay? So they want you to choose the door to light. Choose the door to light, okay? So you struggling with that, the balance. You're struggling with the balance between your emotional self, your emotional, spiritual self, and your logical, rational self, because it was reversed. So you're more logical and rational now. But they're wanting you to flip this up and let your spiritual, emotional self take charge now. Okay? You had to have a balance Choose the door to light. Choose the door to light. Relax into this new energy and don't resist. Be flexible about this, how this transition is going to transform you. Be flexible about how this new insight, intuition is going to transform you into who it is you're supposed to be doing. You're going to choose the door of light. Learn about nature's flower secrets. So that nettle tea, start being more natural. Maybe cut back on some of the meats and maybe in the dairy. Maybe focus on like veggies and vegetable soup and stuff like that right now, because it helps cleanse and detox your body. Not saying stop eating meat forever, because I'm not a vegan by no means, but I do try to eat like fresh greens and salad type food to help cleanse me out. Drink a lot of water just to kind of cleanse and purify my body. Okay, so as you're going through this time, maybe learning about the health benefits of like vegetables and foods. That's because we have this nettle tea, different teas to help soothe you through this process. If you are, having anxiety, that type thing, okay? Make time for silent reflection. So make time to meditate every day if you're going through this process, because when you meditate, that's when you get the message from divine guidance about what to do next. And then open to comfort and compassion. So instead of being logical, start using your emotional, spiritual side and open to comfort and compassion. Comfort yourself and have compassion toward yourself during this time. Don't be all like, oh, what is wrong? I turned to one of those people. I want to turn to one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Those vegan eating, spiritual people. You know what I'm saying? Don't be hard on yourself. No. You're right. Everybody is one of those people. We are all interconnected. Okay? We're all interconnected. It's all in us. It's just a lot of people, we're all waking up at different speeds, you know what I'm saying, at different times, but we're all one. Okay, you just tapping into it now. You're pulling away from the matrix and tapping into your divine nature, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. Okay, so the key is July to take charge of the situation. So July is probably when everything went up in flames. That's when everything started to change. We started to realize something, and it kind of burned your old world down and started the whole transformation process. But it's like you're gonna be like the phoenix. You're gonna come out of the fire and you're gonna be like shed the old you, and the new you will be better, way better than before. Okay, so the key is red for security, energy, and empowerment. So wear red because that's your root chakra. So maybe if this change has caused some differences in your finances, affected your budget, just wear red because that's your root chakra, and it helps you feel more secure. So it help you know that during this transition, everything is going to be okay. The key is also February and sensitivity and understanding. So February, that's why I like these key cards. That's why I like these gold and silver angel cards, because they give you kind of some dates. February is when you understand your whole transition, your whole new emotional state, the sensitivity that you have now. They call it clairvoyance, and when you open your third eye, they call you being sensitive because you're able to pick up on energies more clearly than others. Okay, where you can feel, see, know stuff without logically knowing how you know stuff. Okay, you can't prove it. It's not scientific. And that's what a lot of people struggle with, that logic, and try to understand it. When you try to use your logic, it makes you conflicted. No, it just is. When I relax, I can deliver a message to you. When I'm all stressed out and trying to make myself understand these cards before it's time for me to understand them, it's like I get two in my head and try to make sense out of it, because it's not me. It's coming from divine. I'm laying the cards out. This is a divination tool, and I'm trying to use the cards and let spirit speak through me as I read the cards. Okay, it's not a logical thing. I can't logic this. It's really just a spiritual, intuition, emotional kind of experience. Okay, so just learning how to let go, let your ego down, and allowing divine guidance to come in to guide you every step of the way. So that's what we have. Let me just look and make sure this is a good time for healing for you as you in one cycle of your life and you start to transition into this new cycle. Yes, it's feeling chaotic for you. You're feeling like you don't know if this is what you should be doing. You're trying to balance your emotions and you're trying to balance your logic with it. But, overall, you will become a master of your willpower. You will have victory in the situation because you have the Ten of Cups. You're going to have victory. You're going to master the situation. But you just have to meditate. And you need to learn other methods, not holistic, natural methods of doing things. Like if you maybe take a lot of pain pills, maybe look at holistic ways of alleviating pain. You know, using different kind of teas and making different kind of paste to you know, heal yourself. You know, instead of all of the Western medicine, all of the actual medication, because you want to detox your body as you go through this process so you can get clear messages. Okay, you're gonna have keen insight, and we don't want you to be afraid of this process, because you are transitioning. Call in Archangel Raphael to help soothe your emotions and to release your fear, release your ego, release any negativity that you're associating with this time. Okay, but you are going to get through this. This is a good reading for you, Aries. I'll see you next month. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Okay, see you next month. Thanks for watching.